Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight. Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
Welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you guys very much for joining me. This is episode 86 on the road to 100. Once again, I'm so happy, blessed, thankful that each and every one of you decided to listen to the show today, to watch the show, that you decide to share the show and like it. I'm blessed and humbled, and I hope, well, no, I promise to continue to keep growing as a stepdad, as a speaker, as a mentor, as a teacher, to really just help guide each and every one of you through your journey, because each and every one of us are going through a different journey. Before I move any further, like always, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share. iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, website's up, theprofessionalstepdad.com. Stepdads, join the community. It's going to be an interesting year next year because we are going to be collaborating on a lot of different events and workshops, just fun stuff, just to help us all get better. Today's episode, don't be afraid to ask for feedback. I wanted to talk about this idea of being vulnerable as a man. Talk about this idea about being vulnerable as a dad, as a leader. Never be afraid to ask for feedback. Never be afraid to get a barometer of where you're at. Whether it's from your partner, from your kids, from your parents, from relatives, shit, from neighbors, coworkers. Never be afraid to ask for feedback, because that is the only real way you can really figure out where you are, where you're going, where you've been. And the reason I say ask for feedback, the reason I say, ask somebody that you trust to be honest with you. Don't find somebody in your circle of influence that's going to tell you what you want to hear. Find somebody in your circle of influence that's going to tell you what you need to hear. There are plenty of times, especially within the first few years of my journey as a stepdad, I thought I was doing great. I thought I was killing it. I thought I was on the road to just ultimate success as a stepdad, shit, as a husband and as a father, and I wasn't. My balance was so off, and the things that I was trying to accomplish for my personal goals, things that I was trying to accomplish for my kids and my relationship, or just being in the home, looking for that sense of security and wanting everyone to value me and to accept me. And, I have a few couple days, even a few couple weeks, and I really felt like I was just hitting home runs. I really felt like I was just hitting my stride. I was exactly where I needed to be. Everything was working out the way it needed to work out. And little did I know, my nonverbal actions, that's my biggest flaw, my nonverbal actions. Not the things that I say. I'm a great speaker. I'm a great listener. But my nonverbal actions, especially in the moments, I tend to be a lot like my father. I tend to be a lot like my mom and my sister and the influences that raised me as a kid. And so my nonverbal body language, my nonverbal facial, I'm very expressive in my face. My nonverbal expressions and body language were really getting under my wife's skin, my children, based off of like what I would call concentration or focus. My kids thought I was mad or I was angry, upset, and they didn't know why. So I had to ask for that feedback. And one night when I was sitting with my wife, and I asked her about, why everything started to go downhill a little bit for me. And I asked my wife why. I thought I was doing okay. And then she explained to me the nonverbal expressions and my facial expressions and the things that I said without saying. And boom, it hit me. Thank God I asked for feedback. Thank God I asked how I was doing. And I say this, and the importance of this is because plenty of us, especially when we first start, if we haven't gone through that personal development, that growth within ourselves, we don't know how to write down the things that we find as flaws, or we think that are flaws, and we don't know how to, cross-reference them with things that we think we need to do in order to correct those flaws. And mainly because the self-reflection is never taught to us in schools, maybe in church, depending on what church you go to. Maybe some sports, some coaches will probably teach you a little bit about looking within and mind game, and it's all a game within a game. But self-reflection is huge. And if you are not used to doing self-reflection, it's really hard to understand at first because, is there anything harder in the world than being honest with yourself? Now, let me add a little bit of fuel to that fire. Is there anything harder in the world than not only being honest with yourself, but then asking for feedback, and then that feedback kind of lets you know that what you were thinking is true? Because we say these things about ourselves. We say these things about our the way we think we are as dads, as husbands, as everything. We think that we are one thing, and then we are honest. We have that honest reflection moment. And we know that it's true. We feel that it's true. We can feel it in our soul. But there's still that little bit of that we hope we hold on to, like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. And then you ask for the feedback, and boom, right in your face, it's exactly what you thought. And then why do we get upset when we hear it? We ask for feedback. We're asking for help. We're asking, hey, what can I do better? And then it's said to us. Now, here's the reason why we get upset. One, we just totally confirmed what we thought. Two, as men, we don't like to know that. We want to, we try to solve every problem, even if it's our own, and we don't want help, and we don't want assistance. We don't want guidance. I don't need directions to where we're going. I know where I'm going. I know how to do it. I'm fine. I don't need your help. Stuff like that. You do need help. It's okay to ask for help. Some of the first episodes I ever did with this show is stating that fact. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for an assist every now and then. It's okay, men. It's okay to swallow your pride, shut the fuck up, and say, hey, I need help. So when we ask for feedback, especially from the ones we love, we need to go into this knowing good and well that they might say some things you might not like, or you never thought of, or you didn't understand, or you didn't even see it. Just remember, this is what they see. This is what they feel. This is what they break down when they look at you, or how you're handling certain situations, or how you're speaking or not speaking, or nonverbal communication. So just get ready for some uncomfortable feelings, like, holy shit, really? And don't let your pride take over. Be humble. Be humble within the moments. Be humble within that moment of asking for feedback. How am I doing as a stepdad? How am I doing as a man? How am I doing as a leader? How am I doing as a lover? Am I speaking your love language? Am I fulfilling your needs? Is there anything else I could do to be better? And just listen. Write it down. I highly recommend you guys go get these yellow notepads at Walgreens and write it down, because these are great benchmarks to hit and to strive for as we are bettering ourselves throughout our journey. And we can write these things down that they broke down to us, and we can identify the most important things, and we can go after it. Stepdads, I'm not asking you to become perfect, because that's impossible. But I am asking you to work on bettering the things that you can better, right? Whether it's nonverbal communication, how you're reacting, the way you respond to certain things, your eye rolls, your grumpy moods, your just you name it. Be better, do better, but you can't get there unless you ask for feedback. You can't. It's like I haven't been in the workforce in I don't know how many years, but I remember in the military we used to do these things called performance reviews, where we would have to break down our soldiers, and we'd have to say what they're good at, what they need work on, and you set a couple of goals for them so they can strive for it. Some of the only real things that the military did teach you outside of the discipline and all that stuff. So asking for feedback is a beautiful thing, stepdads. Asking for feedback is the first step towards your greatness, I promise. So just remember, when you're asking for feedback, Be patient. Know that it's going to take some moments in there where you're going to have to swallow your pride and just listen. Shut the fuck up. Don't try to solve the problem, especially when it's about you. Just listen and then get to work. You wrote it down, get to work. Set dates and times on when you want to accomplish these things. And I promise it will only make you a better leader. It will only make you a better person. It will only make you a better dad and husband and lover. But more important, guys, it'll make it so you can feel better about yourself. It'll build your confidence. Okay, guys, this is episode 86 of the Professional Stepdad Show. Once again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share to the show. iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the spots. TheProfessionalStepdad.com website. Visit it. Let me know what you think. Guys, I'm asking for feedback, right? I love feedback. If I can do better, please let me know. If you have a subject matter that you would like to hear or for me to talk about, let me know. I'm always open and willing. Most of the shows, like you see, I have all my goals in the back towards 100, but every almost 80% of the time I have them up there, but then something else comes up in my head and I want to talk about it, right? So I am open and willing to do whatever it takes in order for you to feel confident through your journey, stepdad. And again, I am proud of you. And if you haven't been told that today, you're doing an amazing fucking job, man. Just keep it up. Keep going. All right, guys, until later.
Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.